Once upon a time, a scientist came up with a very interesting experiment. He wanted to see what would happen if he placed a big piece of bread inside a sealed jar, on top of the jar. He placed some rough paper and asked the scientist what he'd done. He said that no matter how big of a piece you place on top, if it doesn't seal the jar fully, air will come in and spoil the experiment. However, another jar had a different cover, and the scientists saw that this jar had a tighter seal and the bread inside remained fresh. So, for any jar that wasn't sealed properly, the bread inside would mold quickly. On the other hand, this jar created a tighter environment and the bread stayed fresh for much longer. Thus, in a lot of jars, the bread would spoil quickly. And he came up with the idea to test different sealing methods to achieve the best results. But the scientists didn't do any formal research. A lot of the other researchers had doubts about his methods and didn't believe what he showed them. And yet, the belief persisted that this particular jar kept the bread fresh, which gave rise to more formal studies. Eventually, several other scientists agreed with the findings, and in the end, the original scientist felt validated in his methods and findings. This jar did not answer every question, but it addressed many of them. The conclusion was that with better sealing, the bread would stay fresh and not spoil as quickly. Thus, no matter the type of jar used, better closing would help maintain freshness. In summary, the scientists showed that keeping an airtight seal is crucial to preserving the contents of a jar. So there is an experiment in which you have to tell people that they are participants in an experiment about monkeys, but in reality, they are the subjects being observed. They do not know how to ask questions. But first, we need to make sure not to ask silly questions, so that they are not embarrassed or awkward in front of others. Think about it.